Welcome to season 14. Woo-hoo!
Good job. It's a big one. Good job. No kill him. I don't.
Welcome to CRCS Outdoors, making a difference one young hunter at a time. Join us today as we hunt whitetail deer in New York and Pennsylvania. Now let's join pro staffer Danny Taylor as he takes out Paulie Linkous for the youth hunt in Pennsylvania. Paulie is giving this young buck a pass as they have already seen some bigger bucks. Dan and Paulie are sitting in an amazing redneck blind. Unfortunately, where the buck came out, he has to film through a glass window.
Can I shoot? Yeah. Wait for him to stop. Oh yeah, smoked him. Good job, buddy. Thank you. Good job.
12 minutes left.
Jesus, deer, don't go over there. Go up. Where's that buck? Well, I'm here with Paulie Linkous, and he just put the smack down on a really nice buck. He's been here for 3 days, and we've been he's been patiently waiting for the right opportunity, the right buck, and the weather's been pretty good, but it's been on and off, and tonight was the night. Like, you could tell everything was lining up right. We saw deer real early. We actually got in the blind extremely early. I took a buck that I shot in New York to a processor, and every field had deer in it, and I said, you know what, we need to get in the blind early, and we saw deer early, and we saw the most bucks tonight by far. Some of my really nice deer on this property were coming out, and Paulie put the smack down on one of them. Awesome job. How you feeling? Is that your biggest buck? Will that be your biggest buck?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, right before I shot him, I could feel it.
We had to calm him down a little bit. He was starting to get a little out of hand with a shaking. No, that's awesome. That's what this is all about. You know, this is Paulie's second year up here, and last year we had unbelievable encounters. He almost got a 10-point last year, but it got a little too dark. And tonight, this buck come out, and I instantly knew it was one of the shooters we were after. And he skirted the edge of the field and went right down right out of our sight. And you just never know. It could be, gone for the rest of our lives. You just never know. But he came back, gave us a great shot opportunity, and he just dropped right in his tracks. But we're just kind of waiting here. He should be laying right over that knoll, but we got a bunch of deer. We just don't want to spook too much out of here. So we're gonna hang out, and but big PA buck down. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks.
Congratulations. I'm stoked for you. That was a cool hunt. You enjoyed coming up here? Yeah? All right. Well, we'll show you guys what he looks like in a little bit. We're gonna get off here and go take a look at him. Stay tuned.
Congratulations, Paulie. What a great deer. Your first buck ever.
What do you think of that, buddy? Awesome buck. Awesome job, buddy.
CRCS Outdoors is brought to you by K-Bar. Hardcore knives, hardcore lives. Go to kbar.com. Welcome back. Now let's join Lillian Forward on her 3rd year in a row self-filming a whitetail deer hunt. Here we go. We are so incredibly proud of Lillian Forward, as she is one of our former top graduates from CRCS Outdoors. In addition, she is now graduating from SUNY Cobleskill in their Fisheries and Wildlife Department, majoring in wildlife management, soon to be a wildlife biologist. Congratulations. Lillian is home on break, hunting from her family's homemade deer stand. She always takes the time to set up a perfect shot.
Definitely hit her. I'm so happy I finally got a doe. I'm still like shaking. But this is my 4th day out and I have not had any luck. Yesterday, this same group sprinted past me, but I just couldn't get a shot on them. They just kept moving. But in about 8 minutes or so, we'll go out, track her. Try not to disturb these deer. I'm talking in a normal voice, and 2 of the 3 that were with the other doe are still here, just like walking around. They were not fazed by that, apparently. But yeah. I will be back with a good harvest. Oh my goodness.
Congratulations, Lillian, on a great Western New York doe.
Let's go over here. All right. So I was finally able to fill my doe tag on this amazing deer, and she came in with a group of about 4 or 5 of them. I think another one showed up after I had taken my shot, but she got right in my shooting lane, which is exactly what I needed. I was a little nervous that she wasn't going to, especially since she was staring at me for a little bit when I peeked my head out of my tree stand, and I thought my cover was blown. But the other ones weren't too nervous, or they didn't smell me. She definitely did, and she ran off towards the bottom of our hill, and I thought it was over, but she stopped. She walked a little bit, then the frame where I actually took my shot is where she was standing when she was about to leave, which thank goodness I was able to get the shot on her. She ran a few yards. I had to track her a little bit, but I got her, and now the hard work starts, and it's time to clean her up.
This segment brought to you by Mindle Boots, crafted for the journey, built for the challenge.
Last day of the 2024 youth hunt. It's been raining. Haven't seen a deer yet, so out in the food plot. Hope we'll get something.
It's rained the whole time, darn near, and we're just gonna sit here on the food plot the last evening, hopefully see something. First deer of the evening, small food point. Afraid of the birds.
Here's a great-looking young buck who is amazingly spooky. Hours later, an 8-point has now come in and is feeding in the exact same spot the 4-point was earlier. Gracie has decided her 3-day wait is over. Game on.
I'm on him. I'm on him.
Perfect shot.
He's down. He's down.
This is what youth season is all about. One proud papa.
That's a 4-point taken off. Oh my gosh. This is exciting. I think he's down right in the corner of the corn. Had a good shot. I couldn't get it from my angle. We had this deer right in front of the blind. He was so close. We couldn't really move, and then Gracie was trying to watch him, and then the 8-point moved over to the corner, and I went out of my view. I think we got it.
Yeah, he's down.
Good job. Good job, honey. Good job. There he is. Short tracking job. Short tracking job. Oh, that's awesome, sweetheart. I'm so proud of you. Good job. Good sized deer. Oh, he's all knotted up.
Congratulations, Gracie. What a great buck.
You're right in here. Hold him up. Yeah. She did it.
How do you top that moment when you take your first deer ever? Sharing it with family and friends.
You did it.
Close Closed captioning for CRCS Outdoors is brought to you by the Frontier Financial Group, providing comprehensive financial planning services. Call Tom Stolberg, 585-593-6408. Welcome back. Now join me with my archery buck from 2024. Unfortunately, there's no kill shot because he came in 180 degrees from the direction I had my camera.
Hey, Scott Jordan with CRCS Outdoors and Geriatrics Outdoors. It's November 1st. Just got the job done. Archery season, New York. Beautiful 9-point, lots of mass. Got him with my Fred Bear bow given to me by Mr. Charlie Alsheimer. Very special hunt. This week I started using Grim Reaper broadheads and obviously got the job done. In order for me to finish this job, I'm going to actually give myself a K-bar knife. Hardcore knives, hardcore lives, nobody more hardcore than this buck. And I'm going to finish the job here. K-bar has been with us since season 1. We're on season 15. I can't thank them enough for their continued support. Thank you, K-bar. This is what 2.5 deer looks like. Oh my goodness. And specifically, breakfast sausage. I know we show you a lot of hunting and fishing videos, but my daughter's here with me today, and we wanted to share with you one of our favorite things to do with venison, and that is our sausage pepper. Our venison sausage pepper dish. So I've got breakfast sausage. This is actually made with Koniager spices. I don't get paid. This is not a commercial for them. I'm just telling you that's the best mix to put with your burger. And so this has pork fat in it. And so we're gonna get that cooking. And in the pan we just put in a little oil. And once we get that going, and we're gonna brown that up a little bit, and then we're gonna cook 2 onions, regular onions, and then typically we like to throw in our 4 peppers, right? Different colored peppers, gives it flavor, gives it vitamins, and everybody seems to love it. So I'm just gonna turn the onions into slivers. A little olive oil in the pan. That's all you really need to add. Just to get these veggies kind of cooked down. And get all 4 of these ready to go.
Hi. Here we are getting our venison ground down to sizzling. Just need it to be cooked all the way through before we add our veg. Right now we're waiting for our onions to get translucent before we put the peppers in. So I work with venison all the time, and doing breakfast sausage as the ground meat with the spices that are added to this when we get it processed makes all the difference in all of the taste. We get venison breakfast sausage done every time we have a deer, and my husband and I have 3 deer at our house, and Mom and Dad have 3 deer at this house. So breakfast sausage is number 1 in our book.
And you can see they're starting to get translucent. So now we're going to add all of our peppers. We'll reduce the heat a little bit and let them cook down a little bit. But our venison is done.
We added some extra virgin olive oil to get it started because, you know, venison can be a little bit dry. And now our venison is done and waiting for us. And now here's our peppers and onions almost ready to go. And now we're going to pour our venison in. And we're going to mix it all together.
Nice. One last little secret. I like to add about 1, sometimes 2 tablespoons of sugar. And it doesn't really add much sweetness to it. What it does do is it gives the vegetables a sheen, a shine. They look glossy. And you just kind of prettying it up. And you don't even need to add any other spices, salt or pepper, because it's already in the Koniager spices. And there you go.
Beautiful.
We put this on rice, so now we'll make our rice and then spoon it up in bowls, ready to go. CRCS Outdoors is brought to you by K-Bar. Go to kbar.com. And White Imprints, make a statement. Go to whiteimprints.com. And Mindle Boots, crafted for the journey, built for the challenge. And Avula Safaris, adventure true. Contact Ms. Nancy Geisen. CRCS Outdoors is also brought to you by International Trophy Outfitters. From dreams to reality, let ITO get you there. To follow CRCS Outdoors, join us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and now YouTube. Thanks for watching this week's show. Join us next week on CRCS Outdoors.